No Jumper is going broke. And that is the announcement that came out of the actual host himself, Adam22, today. And we're just going to break down this situation and see how the YouTube streets is feeling about this, all right? Before I get into it, I feel like it is a good platform for the culture. It was. Right now it's more of the culture, more of the street culture. Before it was the hip-hop culture, now it's more of the street culture. So it's really just based on you. Other than that, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue.
Now, typically, most people don't have a $4 million overhead. So before you people start hating from the comments that don't really got no money and know about business, think about it. If you got a $4 million overhead, it's going to be hard to kind of cut corners on anything. You know, he is going to talk about how he learned from Vlad. Vlad had the same type of a building in New York and got rid of the building because it's too much overhead.
And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest.
Now, me personally, I am a person that's, I'm one-track minded, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to talk about music, you can't mix music and just throw females in front of me, you know what I mean? So if he would have kept it with the culture, I would have followed. It's kind of hard to follow him where one post is about the culture, the next post is about, you know, Kazuma and, you know, how she did in the bedroom.
Interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming.
Now, me personally, I think that this is Adam starting to realize I am just a white boy from Rhode Island. I think it's way easier for him to just think like I might be in too deep. Because with all these RICOs and things that are going on, this would be a good time to act like you ain't got no resources so that people can get away from you. And then you far away from any type of repercussions with that. So
we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no luck getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet. We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested, we aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now. Side note, if you're a meta rep, please DM me.
Now, what I will say is I got to respect the transparency. A lot of people wouldn't put themselves out there and admit that something's wrong. You know, they'll act like everything is all good, and meanwhile, everything just, yeah. So I respect the transparency. I don't like kicking people where they down. And I think that if he, you know, spoke on it and he put it out there, he did. But I do feel like there is something behind this. Just like Wack 100 said he was going to fall back because him and his girl was going to be on vacation. Conveniently, when this situation happened, this seems like a convenient situation as well.
Now, Wack 100 reacted to the news of No Jumper going broke. He told Adam, yo, I can give you 3M right now and $250K a quarter and keep you at 25% ownership. Adam then responds saying, wait, for all of No Jumper? Shit, that's tempting. Wack then goes in the caption and says, I told the man I will buy him out and give him 25% ownership. Guess he don't want to deal with a ninja. Oh well. Now let's be honest here. Do we actually believe No Jumper is going broke? No. Well, at least I don't. Granted, No Jumper's views has decreased over the years. Don't let Adam 22 fool you guys. They're still making well over 6 figures every single month. No Jumper has 2 YouTube channels that puts out content every single day. From somebody that's been making money on YouTube for about 4 years now, I can easily look at Adam 22's numbers and tell you guys they're still making well over 6 figures.
So I kind of, when I listen to what Chicks had to say, shout out to Chicks, I thought about it a little deeper. I'm like, yo, you know what? Maybe he's just trying to push these memberships, and maybe this is just the plot, because he can't just go broke. That means that all of this content would just not make no money. He just got to monetize on everything, and that's not the case. But we actually have a host at No Jumper who spoke on it too.
If No Jumper was truly going broke, 1, Adam 22 would not tell us. Why would he want to give the ops something to clown him about? And 2, if they were actually going broke, we would see Adam 22 fire a lot of people. Anytime you guys hear about a business that's not doing well, what's the first thing they do? They cut employees. From what we've seen, Adam 22 has not fired anybody recently. Actually, as a matter of fact, he's bringing on more people to the show. Personally, I think this is a play for Adam 22 to grow his membership on YouTube. He's now doing live streams that's members only, and he's also giving extra perks and rewards to members only.
Hey, just a word. Did you guys know that you could have seen this full interview a couple of weeks ago if you were just a member? That's right. For $5 a month, you get early access to all of our interviews before the clips drop, and they're completely uncensored. So no annoying censorship. You get to hear all the swear words. It's great. You'll love it. Become a member. We have members only chat now on all of our live streamed content. All I need you to do is become a member for just $5 a month. The link in the description. Appreciate you guys.
Let's break it down. So tonight, after the news, not really tonight, more like in the afternoon, we are going to be doing the tier list in which we rank all.
If you've been paying attention, I guess like the news today don't really shock you, because you already know that this was coming based on the layoffs from 10 months ago. Also, too, the challenges of laying off so many people is you produce less content, but the bills are still the same. So produce less content, but the revenue, still has to be up there. And, the cheat code to producing more revenue is more content, but to produce more content, you need to hire more hosts. But you have to pay those hosts. So essentially you have to find a balance to where you hire the right amount of hosts that can produce, enough views with the content they're putting out to bring in the revenue needed, right? And so far it looks like Adam hasn't found that particular balance within itself, which is why the downsizing is currently going on.
So that's really much what it is. Like, the more and more that I look at this story, the more and more that I hear the pieces, it's sounding more like he's trying to push people to go to become members. And I can't knock him, because I'm a content creator too. I want to get paid. I feel like we work hard. You want to get paid for your work, and why should you not get paid for your work? So I don't knock what he's doing. I just think that it is a funny way. It's just real slick how he did it. It's also slick that he done it around this whole Rico time. And, I think that right now, if you don't think he's scared, you are out of your mind. This man is definitely a little scared. Anyway, make sure you guys let me know what you guys feel about in the comments if you think that he's really going broke. 1, 2. Subscribe, hit the top bell. I got 3 other channels above my head, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out of here.